Okay, so right here is where we left off. We did x times x gives me x squared. X times negative 1 gives me a negative x. X times negative radical 2 is negative x radical 2. I've dealt with my x, so I cross it out. Now I do negative 1 times all of this. That gives me negative 1 times x is a negative x. Negative 1 times negative 1 is a positive 1. Negative 1 times a negative radical 2 is a positive radical 2. And I've dealt with my negative 1. Now I deal with my radical 2. So I do radical 2 times x is x rad 2. Radical 2 times negative 1 is a negative rad 2. Radical 2 times negative radical 2. Whenever I multiply two radicals, they just cancel each other out. So I'm left with what's underneath. Because a positive times a negative is a negative, this just gives me a negative 2. Okay, so I've dealt with this. Now I'm going to come back to my eyes. So with my eyes, right here, I've got opposite signs and the same thing. So these end up canceling. That leaves me with an x squared. Negative 4 times I squared. I squared is just negative 1. So this is like saying negative 4 times negative 1. That gives me a positive 4. So now I need to deal with all of this mess. So what happens here is I need to look for like terms and things that would cancel. So right here, I've got a negative x rad 2 and a positive x rad 2. Those cancel. Then I've got a radical 2 and a negative radical 2. Those cancel. So all the ugly that happened is now falling away. Right here I've got x and x. Those are like terms. So I combine them. And then right here I have numbers and I'm going to combine those. So once I deal with this, it leaves me with an x squared, negative x minus x. Lily. Negative x minus x gives me a negative 2x. Then over here I've got 1 minus 2. That leaves me with a negative 1. Now I'm just going to carry this x squared plus 4 down. So now, just like before, I'm multiplying polynomials.